Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Six, 2.
All aboard!
I think you all know that I've always felt the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
For what? Because I told you to.
Are police like addicted to IDs?
Get out
Is
of the
that
car!
the thing?
Get out of the car! Put your hands behind your back! Put your hands behind your back! Now! Put your hands behind your back!
What's good, Money Train Gang? We are back on track. And today we're headed to Ogden, Utah, where yet another unusual suspect have found themselves in a head-on collision with corrupt police. So cam up, fam. Hit your record button and follow me. Let's go see.
Got a car in the back. 25 is complaint house where this was foreclosed on. That's what, yeah. Hey!
What can I do for you, sir?
So are you guys supposed to be here?
Supposed to be where?
This house.
Our kid just came from the garage.
Your kid came from the garage.
I just came from the garage.
Yeah, is this your residence?
Yeah, that's my house. And it's my garage.
Okay,
What are you doing?
we got a complaint that this house was foreclosed on.
No, the house isn't foreclosed on.
Alright. You guys mind hanging tight for a second?
Well, I've got to go.
Where you gotta go? What's that?
What difference does that
It's closed
make
to
where I gotta
occupancy.
go?
So yeah, you guys should not be here.
What do you mean I should
So
be?
there's a closed to occupancy.
I was back in the back.
Well, for this property,
No, it doesn't
closed
say
for.
that.
Yes, it does. It's on the front door. Partner just told me that. Hey, shut your car off.
No!
We need to get this settled,
No!
sir.
You're trespassing.
No, get out of the car. Come on. Come on. Out of the car.
Now, what's with you?
All right, gang. To prevent being overwhelmed, we're going to stop right here. We have to dig through this pig shit one scoop at a time. So here we have Mr. and Mrs. Breams. They were just completing securing their property and they were getting ready to exit the property when the police showed up. Now, the police came out because the officer said that they had a complaint about somebody on this property, and his property was under foreclosure. While the other officer said that it was closed to occupancy, which makes it two different things. So the police don't know why they're there, and Mr. Breams and his wife don't know why they're there. So you can imagine being a little frustrated. But let's move on.
We're getting down to what's going on here, all right? We got a call.
I am leaving. I've got a place to go.
Hey, it doesn't matter. We got this to take care of right now.
What is this?
Where's...
Am I under arrest?
No, sir.
Then am I free to go?
No, you are not free to go. You are detained right now. We're trying to investigate.
If I'm not under
what is your
arrest,
name?
I'm free to go.
No, you are not. You are detained right now for investigation.
For what?
Ma'am,
What investigation? For hell's sakes, you dumb shit!
if you stop yelling, I'm trying to explain to you. We got a complaint from the neighbor. Said his house has been foreclosed on. No one should be here.
It has
You
not
guys
been.
are here.
It
And
has-
there is a no occupancy sign on the door as per my...
All right, Train Gang, right here. Right here is where the situation begins to escalate. Because we have a lot of moving parts going on right here. Mr. Breams has lost his patience because he has a place to be. And his wife is on the other side of the car. The police is barking orders at his wife now, and this further agitates Mr. Breams, and rightfully so. And the police reiterates the reason why he's there. He says that the neighbor called and said that this house was under foreclosure. Well, Mr. Breams has explained to him that this is his house. And so the police does not have one piece of paperwork in his hand to solidify why he's there. So for those of you who says that the man is out of order, Mr. Breams is out of order and being agitated and combative and all this, and he should just comply, I say to you, you comply, and the rest of us will continue to fight for our rights. But let's move on.
There.
There is a sign on the door.
So
And what makes you think I've been in there?
That's the property. No trespassing.
Yes, that's my sign I put up.
So you're the owner of this property.
I am.
What is your name? You got a driver's license on you.
I do.
Can I get that from you?
I'm not driving.
You were just driving.
Not on
I
the
need to-
streets.
Sir, ma'am, I need you to stand over there.
Okay, you have to identify yourself.
You need to identify yourself. Ma'am, stand over there. Ma'am, ma'am, that's fine. Stand over here. Okay? I understand that. I need you to stand over here.
You're not the owner, and we don't know that. If this was your house, you would want us to investigate, right? If people are hanging around your house, maybe you're some random person. I don't know that.
Maybe I am.
Okay, so we're gonna figure that out.
I will show you my driver's license.
Perfect.
I will not give it to you.
Okay, you need to identify
There it is.
your name, your date of birth, and your address.
Sir,
Hey,
I told you I wasn't giving it to you.
well, I took it.
And now the situation is beginning to escalate a bit farther. Because of Mr. Breams ventilating his frustration, the officer's ego has been stroked because of Mr. Breams' ability to impede his need to exercise his authority. And folks, this is why the laws of the Constitution was written. So if the officer was to follow the law, most of the time, these type of incidents are preventable. But since the officer overstepped the boundaries of the law, which was the cause, this is the effect. So Mr. Breams was asked to present his driver's license. And eventually he did, but what he said to the officer was, I will present you my driver's license. I will not hand them to you. And as he held them up to the officer snatched the license Mr. Bream says, I told you I wasn't going to give them to you. The officer said, I took them. And then Mr. Bream says, you son of a bitch. And the officer blew a head gasket. Let's get ready to rumble.
Hey, no, you're not. Hey, ma'am, get, ma'am. Stop.
This is ridiculous. Stop grabbing.
Hey.
Stop grabbing me right now.
Chill out,
Do
man.
not grab me. Do not grab me. Let go of me right now. Let go.
Let go of him.
I'm not grabbing you. Oh, God, I'm done. You son of a... Ow!
There,
Do
your
not
arm.
do that.
Look, get him on and hurry up. This is very fun.
Get away
Ma'am.
right now. Get back or you will be arrested. Get back or you will be arrested right now. Get in front of your car
Come on,
now.
hurry up. Let me out of here. Good girl. It tells me I can't breathe. Can you grab me? You do something. You get up or something. Help me up.
Roll on your side. There you go.
Let's get him up.
I'm gonna get you on your knees and stand you up, all right? 1, 2, 3. Stand up,
Stand
sir.
up.
All right.
Okay, you got my
Yeah.
driver's license. You know who I
You
am.
need a,
Can we either put him on the hood of our car
Yeah.
or have our... We're gonna do you or something a while ago.
I got him.
Just move him out of the way.
Come on.
Throw him
What are we gonna do?
We're coming out this way. Coming out this way.
May I sit down, please?
What's that? I don't know.
May I sit down?
No.
I'm an old man.
Yeah, again, sit on the
Okay.
Till our other officer gets here.
You have a seat right here.
Yeah. Now, what is it you want?
Told you several times.
We told you several times to identify yourself. You wanted to fight. We're trying to investigate what's going on.
There is nothing going on. This is my property.
What's that?
CRP will have to come out too.
Two F34 on service.
I guess I should have said come faster.
Can we get a 2729 on DL number 153-531873.
Grabbing people and knocking people over, so.
10-4.
What do you want now?
Just chill out.
You got my driver's license. You can see who I am. This is my house. You're trespassing on my property. Maybe you better call the SWAT team.
There's an old lady who's
I don't think you have enough backup. Are you going to give me my driver's license back?
In a second.
All right, that was 1 second.
We already asked for, we'll have CRP come out. We'll have to talk to them and stuff now since he cut his face.
So, if this house was foreclosed on, you're
No,
not
it
supposed to
isn't.
be here.
It's not foreclosed on.
All right.
I pay the taxes on it, and it's not foreclosed.
Okay. So, since you're saying this is your residence, are you the owner,
I
renter?
am the owner.
Your name's on the deed?
It is.
Okay.
It's under a trust, and I am the trustee.
Alright, go.
Can you wait with him for a second? We're gonna pull our car up
Yep.
and ask for CR3.
Can you give me my license back, please?
In a second. Reason to confer.
And splat. Just like that. Somebody's granddaddy down on the railroad track. And possibly even great granddaddy. And I gotta tell you, Train Gang, what's interesting to me is there's another officer in the background. And the officer that has initiated that contact to Mr. Brains he's seeming to be repeating everything the officer that's off the camera is saying. So this is an indication to me that this is a rookie officer that is in training. True enough, he has a probable cause to be here because they received the call from the neighbor that said that the house was under foreclosure and there are some people over there, which obviously gives the police a reason to be there. However, the police have already overstepped their boundaries because they failed to take the necessary steps that it took to determine whether or not this is Mr. Brain's property or not. And he's repeating himself constantly, asking, so are you the property owner? Yes, I am. Are you on the deed? Yes, I am. And then, once again, the pig in the background tells the other officers, stay here with him, let us go do our pig work. Finally, investigate. So shut their body cam, they mute their body cams. And while the cams are muted, they're walking around the property, walking in the backyard, around the garage, shining lights in the windows. And they're looking for anything that they could find that they could use to clean up or cover up this pig shit. And then they come across this.
Okay.
That's my truck. I thought I was being really smart because I didn't know that your key fob to unlock your door has to be next to your key to work. I just found this out. So my key's in there with my truck running and I can't move in.
Okay. You're not the one that called?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, I didn't know anything about that until I heard Vera screaming.
Okay.
So, yeah. No, I said I'm totally separate from all this. I just need to get my truck. Somebody can.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't have a
You don't have one of those
lock
things?
kit.
Oh, no. Yeah, who do I find, how do I find somebody that does, do you know? None of the officers do anymore?
No, not. I know we don't.
Dang it.
Tow company might be able to break in.
Huh?
Tow company.
Maybe, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe. That's a thought. At least I do got my phone. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Did they say they were sending money for that?
Yeah.
Well now, look at that neighbor. Now, she said she wasn't the one that called. But ironically, she has what she deems as an emergency situation going on. I ain't saying she called. I'm not saying she's the reason why the police are out there. I ain't saying that. But what I am saying is, if you live in Utah and your neighbor calls the police and says that your house is foreclosed on, you might end up with an ass whipping. Did you get that? So let's go.
Nope, she was not complaining. She just locked her keys in her car. Yeah. So medical's on their way. Come check out the cut on your head and get you cleaned up.
And we'll see what they say. You need any further treatment? I don't care about the treatment.
What we do, we need to make sure you're all right. That was a pretty hard
well.
fall that you took.
I would be all right if you hadn't thrown me down on the ground.
All you had to do was comply with what we were asking.
Look, I'm a 78-year-old man. And you guys had to throw me down on the ice and the pavement and bust my head open.
Well, that's what happens when you try to grab me and.
I didn't try to grab you.
Well,
Hey, we're talking. Let's just talk. Doesn't help.
I wasn't trying to grab you.
yeah.
Now what are you doing to my wife?
They're just talking to her.
Of course she's upset.
So you drove up, flashed the lights, stopped, super angry. And then, yeah, at one point you drove back in your drive.
You didn't prefer.
Now, at this point, the sergeant has arrived. And he's giving that officer a 1,000-yard stare. He's saying to himself, you know you fucked up, don't you? Just check his demeanor. He's saying to himself, you know you fucked up, don't you? But he just cannot show his true frustration with this officer because it would blemish the police's reputation in the eyes of the public. But if you look into his eyes and you watch his demeanor, he knows. And the rest of these officers know as well. Suddenly, they became overwhelmed with compassion and concern about the safety of this 78-year-old man who, in my opinion, they have just terrorized on his own property. And possibly because a neighbor needed someone to assist her with a lockout. And upon the officer truly understanding that he just really fucked up, he walks back in the backyard and he does that final shakedown to try to find something, anything, to cover up this pig shit. Couldn't find nothing. He returns to the scene of the crime where the other officer that was assisting him is explaining to the sergeant of the encounter. He walks up and mutes his mic. Let's continue.
We are going to cite you with interference with an officer.
I'm not going to accept that.
That's fine. You don't need to sign. We have between 5 and 14 business days. Contact the courts to get it set up, to get it taken care of. No sooner than 5 business days, no later than 14 business days.
Doesn't that say this is not an information and will not be used in information without your permission?
No, this
Doesn't
is
it say
your
that?
This is your citation.
You don't have to sign.
You don't have to sign.
It's not an admission of guilt.
Yeah, it's not an
just
admission of guilt. It's
acknowledging
just
that
saying you'll acknowledge, you'll contact the courts to get it taken care of. Like I said, no sooner than 5 business days, no later than 14.
Would you read that bottom right there for
Where do you
me?
need? Right here?
No, further down. Read that, please.
This citation is not information, will not be used as information without your consent. If an information is filled and you're provided a copy of the court, you must appear court on or before the time set of this citation. If you fail to appear to court, an issue warrant will be
Okay,
issued for your
so
arrest.
I want an information. That's what I'm saying.
That gets filed by the prosecutors. once
Well,
they decide to file the charge.
this is not information. Will not be used in information without my permission. I will not.
Okay,
I'm
so,
not accepting
like I
it.
said, no sooner than 5 business days, no later than 14 days. If you wait longer than 14 days, a warrant will be issued for your arrest. I recommend contacting the court.
I would recommend you guys please leave.
That's what we're trying to do.
Want to get right on out of here, Mr. Breen? And you can take that citation with you.
Well, there's unfortunately
I'm going to set this on your car.
For the court. One copy's for you and one gets filed with the prosecutor's office.
All right, you want to stand up, take the cuffs off, and we'll be out of your hair.
So why did you come here in the first place?
Well, I told you why, Mr.
We
Breen.
told you why
You
we
said this
came.
place is foreclosed, and you know it isn't.
Just get the cuffs.
Yeah. All right.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Not going to fight when these come off, are you?
Fight? How the hell am I going to fight? I'm a 78-year-old man.
Just grab the post right there, Mr. Breen.
What?
Let's get this handcuffs
Grab
off
your
here.
post. Get the
Pull out
cuffs
the
off.
post. We don't want you to fall.
All right. You guys really ought to be proud of yourself.
Your ID and wallet is on your hood,
With the citation,
along with your
right?
citation.
Well,
Take care, Mr. Breen. Thanks a
take the
lot.
citation with you.
Nope, that's yours, sir.
Yeah, cool. Yep. End of encounter.
And there we go. Nothing to see here. Besides, we got a call from one of your neighbors who said this house was under foreclosure. And because you want to test our authority, you take this ass whipping and you take this citation with you for impeding this investigation. Although the investigation turned out to be a hoax. So let us get these handcuffs off you. Grab that pole because we would hate for you to fall. You know, we just scraped your ass up off the ground from bashing your fucking head in the pavement. So we hate for you to fall again. And by signing this citation, it's not an admission of guilt, although it really is. You don't have to sign it. Did you catch the other officer shaking his head? He was like, God damn it. We can't get him. We couldn't trick him into signing that goddamn consent form. That acknowledgement that I impeded that investigation. And then they say, have a good day, Mr. Brings. And they walk away as if nothing happened. And I gotta tell you, fam, it's disgusting. The outright disregard for human life, for civil rights, civilian safety, for liberty, for freedom, all that shit, it appears to not matter to these officers. In fact, I would conclude that the only thing that matters to these officers are their egos and their authority. And once you challenge that authority, this is what you deserve. And their ability to avoid accountability is extraordinary. But in any event, shout out to Mr. Brings and his wife for surviving this train wreck. We congratulate you for your purchase, for your ticket, for your seat on the money train. And thank you, dumbass Ogden City Police Department, for your contribution to the Money Train Project. Gang, that's my time. Cam up, hit your record button, and follow me. We'll see you in the next city. Salute. 6, 6, 2.